I've just recorded the intro and the astrological report and forgot to connect my sound. These are the lessons that we have. Okay. Hello and welcome to Live in the Solution. I am your astrologer and tarot card reader, Mary Trimble, here with your readings for September the 23rd through September the 29th. So welcome. If you are new, thank you for tuning in, and I do hope you like these readings and that you'll return. And if you are returning, thank you guys. I really appreciate you. Thank you for supporting my channel. These readings are for the collective. So take what resonates and leave the rest, because sometimes they can be specifics when spirit wants to connect with someone in particular. So, come back later in the week and rewatch it, because it might make more sense to you then. I get a lot of emails telling me that at first they didn't get it, and then somehow they watched it again and it made perfect sense for them. Now, if you would like a personal private reading, click on this link or go to my website. You can see what kind of readings I offer. I live to give readings. I love it. I often go over time because I get so into it. Now, I have a Facebook group, and this Facebook group is so much fun. I do a live feed within the group every 2 weeks, and they correlate with either the new moon or the full moon. And so we look at charts and we see where it falls in your charts, and then we I have the tarot card reading, the tarot cards with me, and I answer questions. So we have a lot of fun there. It's a private group, so you have to ask to be to join, and it is Live in the Solution Astrology. But the link will be below. Everything will be in the show more section below. All the links to the other videos, the Facebook group, my website, everything. If you're looking on a phone, it's a little triangle that's pointing down. Click on that and that will take you to all the links. Now, another way to support me, guys, is through Patreon, and the link to that will be here, or the link will be below too. I post things on Patreon that I don't post anywhere else, so check that out. Now, lastly, these readings come in 3 sections: the intro, which is this, the astrological report, and the tarot card reading. And there will be skip times listed below to get to, especially if you're checking out your sun, moon, and rising, so you don't have to rewatch the intro or the astrology report. And if you're not into the astrology, you can go straight to the tarot. If you're not into the tarot, you can do the blah, blah, blah. Anyway, thank you. And without further ado, let's go to the astrology report, shall we? Hello and welcome to the astrology section of your reading for September the 23rd through September the 29th. This is the second time I'm doing this. Bear with me. I didn't have the mic on before. Anyway, so on the 23rd, let me see, that's Monday. Yes, the 23rd is Monday. On Monday, the 23rd of September, we have the fall or autumn equinox. And that's here in the northern hemisphere. If you're in the southern hemisphere, it's the spring or vernal equinox. Vernal stands for youthful and fresh, just like me, darling. And that's in the southern hemisphere. So it's the first day of spring or autumn. Now, and that is, listen, in the equinox, the sun is directly over the equator, right? So all around the globe, daylight and night, the night darkness are equal. It's completely equal all around the globe. Now, on the 24th, on Tuesday the 24th, Mercury's in a beautiful relationship with Jupiter. This is a fabulous day for networking and connecting with business associates. It's a great time to look. The whole emphasis is on communication. You could you will charm anyone that crosses your path. And it's a really good time to launch a social media campaign or an email campaign, anything to get your wares, whatever you're selling, your product, your service, or whatever it is for you, get it out there. This is a wonderful time to get whatever it is that you're selling out there. Now, September the 28th is a huge super new moon, and it's because the moon is very close to the earth, and so it appears huge in the sky. Now, the new moon, of course, new moons are all about intentions. What am I going to start now that I can complete soon? What is it? Great time to start, start a business, a project. But this is all about relationships. Libra is about relationships. And whether it's romantic, work relationships, friendships, family, or relationships with ourselves. Now, on the same day, Venus, which is the ruling planet of Libra, is also in Libra and is in a beautiful relationship with Jupiter. Jupiter's abundance, bigger, better, more. So this is all about harmony. It's all about fairness. It's all about balance. And this is an incredible time to go out and socialize, have a good time, connect with people. Now, what I will say is that at the same time that this new moon is happening, the sun and, first of all, we've got 4 planets in Libra, right? It's what we call in astrology a stellium of planets. So there's a lot of focus on relationships. But not only that, we have Chiron opposite this new moon, and Chiron is in Aries, and it's about Chiron's the wounded healer, right? So we need to kind of look at where we can heal our relationship with ourselves. How can we love ourselves more? How can we heal relationships that haven't been doing so well? Can we heal them? Do we need to let them go? So we really have to kind of look at these honestly. Look, Libra is about fairness. It's about balance. It's about logic, right? So we need to look at things logically, not emotionally. So when we're looking back at how we've been in relationships and behaviors that don't work, we must not beat ourselves up about it. Don't go down the rabbit hole. Look at it dispassionately, if you will, logically, and say, okay, that didn't work. What can I change about that? What can I own? What can I move on from? And what can I be aware of going forward? This is self-awareness, because we've got Saturn at play, right? Saturn is just slowed down and is going forward, but very, very slowly. So the energies of Saturn has been amplified. And that Saturn is about the Lord of Time. So it's very slow. Things won't happen perhaps as fast as we wish them to. And Saturn's the planet of lessons. So we need to look, this is a really important thing. We need to address anything that we've had on the back burner. We've been in Virgo. Virgo's about clearing things out and organizing, right? Crossing T's, dotting I's. And then we come into Libra, and it's time to start some action, to get things together, start doing things. So look at where you have procrastinated in your life. How is that going to make you feel when you start doing it? It's going to make you feel empowered. Now, Libra is about fairness. It's about balance. It's about relationships. It's about logic. And as I said, we have 4 planets in Libra. We have Venus and Mercury, and they do very well in Libra. I mean, Venus is the ruling planet of Libra, so it's come home. There's an appreciation for music, art, poetry. Venus is very sophisticated and fine in Libra. And Mercury is about communication. So there's this wonderful, and Mercury's next to Venus, so there's this wonderful harmonizing way of communicating and connecting with people. And the sun and moon, of course, have just joined Libra. This is a perfect time to socialize and make new connections. Now, what I want to mention is we need to get things done, right, in Libra, because we have Virgo, Libra, and Sagittarius. Those three zodiac signs are kind of in fall, ready for the winter. It's like that kind of energy, of action energy, right? Because in this time, back in the day, we would be harvesting, we would be smoking meat, we would be pickling vegetables, we'd be getting ready for the winter, right? For the hibernation of winter where we can't grow anything. So we have to make sure that we have all our stockpiles in place to get us through the winter. Our lives depended on it. So this was a very active time. And even in the southern hemisphere with spring, you're planting, you're tending to the animals. Animals are being born. I mean, it was a busy time preparing for the fall, for the harvest, so it's work. These are active times, spring and fall, very action oriented. So we need to get off our bums and get to work. We need to address anything that we have been procrastinating. Now, I will say that both the spring and the fall are about preparation, right? Spring cleaning and then falling, taking action of getting everything together for the winter, right? In the fall. Now, I'd be remiss if I did not mention Pluto. Pluto is also slowing down and will station direct on the 2nd or 3rd of October, depending on where you are on the planet. Now, Pluto, so the energies of Pluto, we've been feeling them. We've been seeing the change. We've been seeing the transformation of governments, right? Pluto digs deep, right? And dredges up all the dirt to bring out into the light. So we are seeing stuff like, look at what's coming up. Look at what's been coming up for the last couple of years and what we're really seeing with, leaders around the world. They can't hide. We're seeing their corruption. We're seeing their abuse of power. And we're seeing seeing them, and we'll be seeing behind the scenes. We're literally seeing behind the scenes. So we're seeing also people who are in the shadows, right? We're seeing that. So all this dirt that's been hiding is being dredged up. It's a time of karma. Leaders are being exposed, and in this digital age, it's harder for them to get away with nefarious behavior. People around the world are becoming empowered through protests. It is happening on a huge scale. Hong Kong, Venezuela, France, UK, the US, and many other countries. The social media platforms like Twitter, Facebook, Instagram, and others make information available to us faster than ever before. So you can't kind of hide anything. You can't sweep something under the carpet. It's just not possible. Listen, I don't know if any of you saw the strike for the climate crisis. I'm going to say it's a climate crisis that we're in. And there were billions of people around the world protesting Fridays, right? For going on strike on Fridays. It was massive, such a massive event that could not have happened without social media, really. It couldn't have been organized on such a large scale. All around the globe. Hopefully leaders will really hear, but it's not. Anyway, I'm not going to get into that's political. But anyway, I say all of this to say that if you have anything festering in the crevices of your life, you need to bring it up and deal with it. this is what happens. Sometimes what immobilizes us is the thought of having to deal with it and what we've got to do and how it's going to play out. Don't think about how it's going to play out, because then you won't do it. Just do one little thing towards it. You know, if it's like you've got to do paperwork or taxes or whatever it is that you've got to take care of, or bills, or, you know, dealing with someone that you've been meaning to deal with. I had a whole list today and I got it done. This is very karmic, because if you don't get it done, it's going to really bite you. You know, it's going to come up and it's going to glaringly, and then you'll realize you will be held accountable for what you haven't done. So taking this action will empower you. Right? It'll make you feel powerful, and you'll be working with the energies, or astrological energies, that are available to you. So, you know, it's important to just, you know, look under the carpet where you swept stuff up. Anything that's festering in the crevices of your life, get it out. Start taking action. I can't tell you how important it is to take action right now. Don't forget, we are coming to the end of a decade. This is a huge shift in energy. And all the astrologers are talking about this huge event in January when Saturn and Pluto are conjunct. There's so much more going on at the time, but it is major. So that's another story. We'll get into that another day. Anyway, guys, take action. Let's go to your tarot card reading, shall we? Hello, Aries, and welcome to your reading for the September the 23rd through September the 29th. We're in Libra already. I have been shuffling these off screen. So let's see, what wonderful gifts, guidance, blessings, and helpful information can you give Libra for this coming week? 3 cards for Libra, please. 3 cards for Libra. Oh, there's one. Oh, that. 2. Oh, there's another one. 1 more card for Libra, please. 1 more. Oh, oh, you've got lots of messages. Libra. Aries, I mean, I'm sorry. Your opposite sign. Okay. Darling, you have Chiron traveling through your sign now. Oh, there we go. A lot of healing is coming in. OMG, I've just realized what just kind of came down here. This is interesting. Okay, we have clarifying cards for you, Libra. Oh my goodness. Slap my wrist. Aries. Oh my God, you guys are going to torture me now. Okay, this is for Aries. I hope I said that Aries when listen, I was thinking Aries. I may have said Libra, but I was thinking Aries. What wonderful gifts, guidance, blessings, and helpful information can you give Aries for this coming week through these clarifying cards? Please clarify. There it is. Oh! OMG! Aries, please clarify. I can't wait for you to see these cards. I can't wait. Okay, and please clarify oh, there it is. Okay, let's go to your cards, shall we? Okay, the first card out is the Star card. And guess what's clarifying the Star card? The Star card. Then we have the Page of Swords. And we have the World. We have the 8 of Pentacles and the 7 of Swords. What is going on? I'll tell you what's going on. A deep healing. The Star card. Look, your path is being shown to you, for sure. And there is a deep healing. And that doesn't surprise me, darling, because you have Chiron traveling through your sign right now. And Chiron is the wounded healer. He's coming in as a deep healing and, questioning what needs to be healed in your life. This is a wonderful opportunity. It's about relationships. Look, we have to be very, very careful. I said to my friend who's an Aries, I said to him, you got to be careful going down the rabbit hole. He said, honey, sometimes I am the rabbit hole. I thought, yeah, I know that feeling. So we have to be careful. We have to be in this logical energy of Libra, and we have to look at things logically and dispassionately so that we can learn and move on. We have to be careful not to take things to heart. I'm definitely getting that some things from your past may need to be addressed, but this is a wonderful healing that's coming in. This is a transformational time for you, Aries. It's, things that have held you back, emotions that have held you back, will be able to be addressed during this time. And, a double indemnity, darling. Look at that. And this is 17. This is the number 17, the star is. 1 and 7 is 8. This is like infinity, right? And this kind of reminds me, it's taking the energy, the water flows from the earth to the pool, back to the pool. There's a circular motion here. This is a balance. This is, energy coming in and going into the earth and coming back, and the star card spreads light where there was once darkness. So you will see your path forward. Things will fall into place for you, Aries. I wouldn't worry. Don't get into a place of worry, and definitely do not berate yourself. It's so important. So we have the Page of Swords, right? And the Page of Swords is a message. It is a message of truth that we need to look at. There's something in this message that we need to look at. And sometimes that's what I said about this, right? You might take offense at this for some reason. Something in your past I always say it can kick up the 3 of Swords, right? A deep-rooted pain within. So we have to really not shoot the messenger. We have to kind of distance ourselves and say, okay, I kind of didn't like the way that was said to me. I didn't like the way it was communicated. But what can I own? I made this analogy last week. And it's like you could get like a supervisor at work, right, could say, you know what, you're not good at this. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to give you this because you're really good at this. And I think you could really excel. And I'm also going to give you a raise, right? But guess what? We don't hear you're really good at this and you're going to get a raise. We hear you're no good at this. And we get stuck there. So we're not hearing the message that we need to hear. Oh, I got a very strange sensation in my ears right there. So we need to be open to hearing the truth, and as painful as that can be sometimes. And then, I'm sorry, I meant to turn my phone off. Let me turn it off right now. Sorry. So clarifying the Page of Swords, right, is the world. This will give us I turn my phone off and it comes up on my computer. I'm sorry about that ding. So the world is, look, we can do the same old things and we can get the same old results. But if we want to change things, if we want our world to change, we need to do things differently. We need to accept the truth in a different way. We need to trust that we're hearing things for the right reason. And we need to kind of make a choice to go in a different direction. This might mean getting a new job. It might mean moving cities, moving countries, whatever it is for you. That's dinging. Crazy. This is what you need to kind of look at. and the universe will have your back in this endeavor. Now look, we have the Eight of Pentacles, and the Eight of Pentacles. So this card usually comes up when it's time for you to follow your life path, your passion, what really floats your boat. And we have the Eight of Pentacles, and the Eight of Pentacles is about it's known as the Apprentice card. It's about really focusing. It's laser sharp focus on something creative. You can say you need to follow your life path, your passion, something that really feeds your soul. Then learn everything that you can about it. Spend time with it. This is about giving it the time and effort and attention that it deserves. It's, you don't have to quit your job. You don't have to do that. But in your spare time, spend some time exploring it and working on it and honing it and mastering it. And we've got the Seven of Swords clarifying this. Now, when this comes in, you just be careful about where you, if you're going to study something new, or be discerning about the information. Really research well, and look at people who come into contact with you, because if you start studying under somebody that's not as good as they appear to be or say they are, then you're wasting money and energy, right? So you have to be very careful. The Seven of Swords is coming in because, somebody could take advantage of you. So you want to be careful of that. And I have a feeling it's where, you are going to put your focus in your craft, in something that really kind of floats your boat, anything that's creative. Be careful of the teachers that you come involved with, or who you pay. I am so grateful that I got such an incredible teacher for astrology, because there are some not so great astrologers out there that are charging a fortune, and they are not the best teachers at all. But that's another story. So Aries, just be careful of anybody that you come in contact with them. Don't take them on face value. Do the research. It's not about not trusting people, but it's about not rushing in impulsively and putting money down for something that isn't quite what you need or want, really. So make sure you do some strenuous research. That goes for if you're moving or if you're getting a job. Really research it and make sure that you're making the right choice. Aries, thank you so much for tuning in. Please don't forget to like this video, share it with friends, family, co-workers, neighbors, and social media if you can. Help me to get this channel growing, and comment. I live for comments and feedback. And if you haven't already, please subscribe. Mwah! I love you all, and I'll see you next week.